What? Alright, let's get it poppin'. Taking advantage of this nice day out here today. It's tight, beautiful out here. It really is. 90 degrees. Temperature's going down a little bit. Windy like crazy out here, but it's all good. Beautiful summer type day, even though it's spring, late spring. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is your daily go-get-emism number 958 for May 18, 2017. Today I want to talk to y'all about people lying about how much money they make. Y'all know people do it. People lie about how much money they make. But why do they do that? What's the point in lying about your salary, your income? What are you lying about? But people do it. People who don't make as much money as they say that they make, they lie and say that they make more. People who make a lot of money or a lot more money than they say that they make, they lie and say that they make less. Or they may decline to say how much they make. And I don't have no problem with that. Really. I don't really think it's anybody's business how much money you make. You know, because that's your money. Evidently, you work for it and you have responsibilities or whatever it is that you want to do with your money, need to do with your money, and you're handling your BI. So it's not really up to anybody else for you to let them know, you know, how much money you're making, how much you banking or whatever. But the way it really goes is in our culture, and I hate to say in our culture, but it's true. And there aren't too many places that you can visit with people in our culture who don't adhere to flossing a little bit. We like to get our little floss on. You know, we like nice stuff. But a lot of times we just like to really show what we have instead of actually having something. And that can cause problems with us on the here and there. Because when you try to live beyond your means, or when you try to show off more than you really have the means to be able to show off, then that's when things start happening. That's when you start getting into spending more than you're bringing in. And when you spend more than you bring in, eventually something has to break, something has to pop. You're going to have to pay the piper. That's when you start getting credit cards and running them up and don't really have the means to pay them off. Because you got too many credit cards and you had too much to pay off, and you're in over your head when it comes to debt. And why did you do all of this? So you can look like you have more money than you have. I saw this episode of Divorce Court with Judge Lynn Toler, and on this particular episode, had a young cat on there. Young cat on there was making $13 an hour, and he was talking about making it rain in the club. How you gonna make it rain with $13 an hour? I don't care where you live in the United States. $13 an hour is not a lot of money. That's less than $30,000 a year. Shout out to my people who make less than $30,000 a year. But I mean, that's not enough money to be going to no club trying to throw money away. It's nowhere near that type of amount of money. But people do it. You know, now, if you saving money just to be able to give away money, kind of have to check yourself when it comes to that, man. You really do. You have to check yourself when it comes to that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm distracted by some traffic over here. And, I don't know, there's some suspect activity going on. So, I mean, if I start reaching, whatever, just know what it is. Anyway, yeah, that's not enough money to be trying to floss. So it's like you trying to act like the boss before you get the money to floss. It's not going to work. You know, when you getting a salary like that, even if you are getting it like that, how far are you getting it like that to try to emulate somebody out there that's really getting money? Like, for example, through social media, through entertainment, going all the way back as far as you can really think of, the 60s, 70s, whatever, when our people started really making a headway in entertainment, of course, we pioneered a lot of fly shit. That's what we about that life. We fly. We get fly. We make money, and we show off money. But when you show off more than you bringing in, like you showing off 100,000, but you're only bringing in 50,000. So you showing off more. You're showing off 100% more than you're actually bringing in. And a lot of times we're doing this just to show people what we have. You know, a lot of in our community, you know, we move out of the hood or whatever. We supposed to be moving on up like the Jeffersons and all of that. And we find out that the living out there ain't really all that much better. But we looked at it as a status symbol. And that's one of the biggest problems that we have. We look at a lot of things as status symbol. And status symbol will status itself will be one of the things that will definitely make you start lying about how much money you make. Now, people who make more money than they act like they make, they're doing that so they can keep some money, because they know once you start letting people know how much money you have, and they make less, then they gonna be like, oh, let me hold a little something, let me have something. I need this for that, this, that, and third. Just let me. I pay you back. I got it. Look, just let me hold. And it's not that those people are stingy. It's just that they understand the power of having it instead of showing it. You go out at night and your whole salary is on your wrist, your neck, your ears, your other wrist. I mean, what are you really saying to the world? And you don't have to do that. I ain't saying don't floss a little bit, but you know you gotta have your little something. But don't go overboard with it, because later on you're gonna need it. And a lot of us have children out here. And if you teach your children how to floss, then you know a lot of these parents out here don't require their children to go get jobs and stuff. So that means you're going to have to be paying for all of the fly shit that they want. And maybe that's something that you want to do. And again, maybe it's not something that you want to do. Anyway, there's no reason to be lying about how much money you make, man. The money that you make is what it is. If you're good with your dollars and you put stuff away, you put a little stash, something in the stash, in the stizzy, that's on you. That's a good thing. Because you know it's one of those crazy things. You know how like you save up some money, you finally get a little bit of mattress money going on. You know what I mean? That money all up in the tuck. That money to be in the tuck. It seems like as soon as you get that money in the tuck, that's when your refrigerator break, or you need a new washer and dryer, or that car that been running just right all that time, all of a sudden need a new transmission. Shit like that. Or it needs a new compressor for the air conditioning. You know what I mean? It's starting to get hot now. That wasn't an issue in the wintertime, but now it's an issue, baby. It's an issue. You gotta do something about that. You can't be running around. It's summertime, you know, the dog days of summer. All hot with the windows down, trying to kick it like you just want the air. They know, because you in there sweating like, oh, fuck man. All right, y'all, let's get up out of here. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. Go hard, go for hard, go hard, go for yours. And remember, at the end of the day, the money that you make is on you. Oh, one last thing. Because like I said, people who don't make that much money sometimes try to front like they make more money than they make. There's people who make a decent amount of money try to act like they only make a little bit of money, or they try to act like their bills are so bad, their responsibilities are so crazy that they just don't have any money to do anything. But you find them doing whatever they want. But there's one other person in this whole equation that I forgot about, and that's the hustler. The one that doesn't have the 9-to-5 job, or the one that has the 9-to-5 job that supplements their income out. Y'all watch me do that video? Talking about people who lie about the amount of money they make. Yeah, crazy.
What you talking about?
I'm talking about people who lie about the kind of money they make.
Hey, can I talk?
Yeah, you talk.
Okay, listen. You put this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Sorry, what you talking about? I don't know.
Well, what I was talking about people, like people who don't make that much money be lying, saying that they make more money than they make.
Okay.
And I was talking about how people who make a decent amount of money be acting like they don't make that much money, so people won't be asking them for money all the time, so they won't be in their pockets. And I was just starting to talk about the X factor, people who hustle. So people, you know, you might not have a 9 to 5, and then you might have a 9 to 5, but you never know how much money a hustler make because they always get money some kind of way. You know what I mean? Whether they hustle like selling weed, coke, whatever, or whether they hustle selling Avon, mid-level marketing, that's like pyramid schemes, or whether they sell socks, t-shirts, whatever. You know what I mean? They hustling every time. Uber is a hustle, a straight hustle. But some people have taken Uber to the next level and made it their job because you
Like
make a couple of dollars if you hustle at it and really. Huh?
You angry?
Am I angry? No, I have to. It's windy out here and the camera picks up everything out here, so I have to make sure that my voice projects.
You
When
do
you
this
see-
all the time?
Huh? I do it every day.
So you just talk about. Oh, it's
Like,
going on
I
right
talk-
now?
Yeah,
Oh, they hear us?
yeah.
Oh, it's on? You putting it up there with us talking?
Oh no, I'm not live right now. I'll after I upload it, but I am taping
You put my videos
every
every day?
day.
You just be talking about what?
Yeah, I can go to my YouTube channel. Sun 752 at YouTube. SUN 752. I'm up to my 958th video. All right, so like I said, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And like I was saying, with the X factor, with the hustler, whether you have a 9 to 5, whether you make a lot of money, whether you make a little bit of money,
She just went off about to walk back.
oh, all that really matters is that you take care of your responsibilities, you take care of the money that you get, and you rock out like that. So remember, the Urban Therapy with Sun show every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the Daily Go Getimism show every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. She asked me if I was angry. Y'all crazy. Young Sean. Hi, y'all.